facade, music, money, fame, allegations, raid, baby oil, freak-offs, scandals, and whispers that won't quit. And at the center of it all, Sean Diddy Combs, a man of power, influence, and secrets. From funding campaigns to allegedly wielding backdoor influence in political circles, Diddy has often blurred the line between music mogul and power broker. But how deep does the rabbit hole go? Sean Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with global music, entrepreneurship, and philanthropy. From his early days at Uptown Records to founding Bad Boy Entertainment, Diddy has been a powerhouse in shaping pop culture. His influence extends beyond music, with ventures in fashion, like his Sean Jones clothing line, and a significant presence in the entertainment industry. But here's where it gets intriguing. Diddy's connections don't stop at Hollywood's elite. They weave into the political arena. He's been a prolific supporter of Democratic figures, including Barack Obama and Kamala Harris, using his platform to advocate for voter participation and political engagement. Now, imagine the mingling of celebrities and politicians at high-profile events. Diddy has hosted exclusive parties and galas, where the guest lists boast A-list celebrities and influential political figures. These gatherings are intersections of entertainment, politics, and power. But what's the real story behind these connections? How do Diddy's relationships influence political and cultural narratives? Diddy's not just a music mogul or a fashion icon. He's this magnetic force who somehow finds his way into every room that matters, be it a recording studio, a red carpet event, or even the political arena. Let's take a trip back to 2004. Remember the bold, in-your-face, vote or die campaign? Diddy wasn't playing around. He practically dragged young voters out of their apathy with one of the most memorable campaigns in pop culture history. Bold t-shirts, celebrity endorsements, and a clear message. You have a voice, so use it. Whether you loved the slogan or rolled your eyes at it, you have to admit, it worked. Diddy became the guy who could mobilize the youth like no one else. Now, fast forward to the Obama years. Diddy was all in for Barack. From posting endorsements to rallying voters in key states, he made sure the cultural needle pointed towards hope and change. There was this one rally in Florida, Last Chance for Change, they called it. Diddy stood there, mic in hand, telling the crowd their votes were essential for history to be made. It wasn't just about Obama anymore. It was about a movement, and Diddy knew how to make it cool to share. And then came Kamala Harris. Oh, you didn't think Diddy stopped at one administration, did you? Nope. He's shared platforms with her too. Remember the virtual town halls during the pandemic, all about racial justice? Yup, Diddy was there, aligning his brand with one of the most powerful women in the world. Coincidence? Diddy doesn't do accidents. It was a headline maker during the 2020 presidential campaign. Diddy, always the showstopper, took center stage to discuss racial disparities in healthcare. Kamala even publicly thanked Diddy on Twitter for amplifying such an important issue. Of course, the internet being the internet, it didn't take long for comments to roll in. Kamala and Diddy were best friends. One user quipped, while others expressed shock at Diddy's endorsement of Harris. While some pictures celebrated Harris and Diddy's shared platform, another batch stirred up entirely different conversations. Images of Diddy alongside Donald Trump and even Melania started doing the rounds. It turns out Diddy and Trump go way back to 1990s New York City. Back then, they were high-profile businessmen living the high life. Trump even called Diddy legendary on an invitation to his 29th birthday bash in 1998. They weren't just passing acquaintances, they were in the same elite social circles. Diddy even name-dropped Trump in his 2006 track, "We Gon' Make It," boasting about having the same kind of wealth. There was a mutual admiration, at least for a while. But fast forward to Trump's presidency, and things took a sharp turn. Diddy wasn't having any of it. By 2020, he publicly disapproved of Trump's policies, calling his thinking dangerous and accusing him of worsening conditions for black communities. Diddy switched gears, throwing his weight behind Joe Biden and urging voters to make a change. Politicians and celebrities, they need each other. Politicians get the glitz, the younger audiences who wouldn't normally give 2 cents about a campaign. And celebs like Diddy? Well, they get to flex their power and influence far beyond what a chart-topping album could never give them. It's a win-win situation. Or is it? Not everyone's clapping along. Critics are worried about turning serious political discussions into viral, soundbite-friendly moments. You know, more flash, less substance. And Diddy smack dab in the middle of that debate. But here's the million-dollar question. Are these connections purely about creating change? Or is there more going on behind the scenes? Because when it comes to Diddy, you can bet there's always another layer waiting to be uncovered. Does this end here? No. Diddy was making waves, making all kinds of networks. Let's talk about his role in Hollywood. Diddy isn't just in the industry, he is in the industry. His Rolodex? Packed with A-list names like Beyoncé, Jay-Z, Rihanna, and countless others. Diddy hosted parties? They're not just events, they're events. Exclusive galas, lavish yacht celebrations, and star-studded gatherings. Take his famous White Party, for example. This wasn't just a social affair, it was a cultural phenomenon. Celebrities would clear their calendars to show up, dressed to impress in head-to-toe white. Even Hollywood elites like Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lopez made appearances. These weren't just parties, they were networking goldmines. Diddy isn't just hosting these events for the sake of a good time. He's a gatekeeper. Want to break into his upper echelons of entertainment? You'd better get on Diddy's good side. His influence extends far beyond music. He's bankrolled films, endorsed brands, and funded creative projects that have shaped pop culture itself. But Diddy's sphere of influence doesn't stop at entertainment. Hollywood and politics are more intertwined than most people realize. Celebrities wield immense cultural power, and Diddy knows how to do that. The countless fundraisers, benefit concerts, and social media campaigns spearheaded by A-listers. Diddy's connections amplified those efforts tenfold. One prime example was the Vote or Die campaign.
If they don't stand up and talk about how things are going to change for the voting blocks that they're going for, that'll put them in office. They need the African American voting bloc, the Latino voting bloc.
When does advocacy cross the line into lobbying? And do celebrities really understand the causes they're championing? Or are they just riding the wave of their own PR? You can't deny the power of his network. Diddy has used his connections to raise millions for charity, shine a light on critical issues, and inspire cultural movements. Love him or hate him, the man knows how to mobilize influence. But how far does this network really stretch? And more importantly, who's benefiting the most? Let's zoom out for a moment. The world Diddy operates in isn't just about music or Hollywood. It's a world where the boundaries between entertainment, politics, and business blur, creating a web of influence that's almost impossible to untangle. Think about it. Diddy isn't just a businessman in the entertainment world. He's also a political player, a philanthropist, and a brand ambassador. His empire touches everything from fashion, Sean Jones, to spirits, Ciroc vodka, to media, Revolt TV. It's not just about what he does, it's about who he knows and how he uses those relationships. He's not alone in this either. But when you're in the thick of these power plays, how does the public view it? On the one hand, many admire Diddy for his entrepreneurial spirit, his ability to create, and his commitment to social causes. But there's a darker side to his influence. Are these power networks harmless collaborations, or do they raise serious ethical concerns? When a figure like Diddy holds sway in so many different areas – politics, business, entertainment – the question becomes, who really benefits? Is it the public, or is it just those at the top, who maintain their status and wealth by controlling the flow of power and influence? The truth is, many people are uncomfortable with the idea that a few elite figures hold so much sway over our culture and politics. When celebrity and politics intertwine, it often leads to the erosion of trust in both. This brings us to another challenge: transparency. When powerful individuals straddle multiple sectors, it becomes difficult to hold them accountable. Diddy's influence spans everywhere, often leading people wondering where his true loyalties lie. It's not easy to keep track of who's doing what when so many high-profile figures are involved. Accountability becomes blurry when influence crosses boundaries. Who watches the watchers? And when it all comes down to it, how can we ensure that this power dynamic doesn't further deepen the divide between those who hold power and the public who follows? As we step back from this intricate web of influence, we're left with one burning question: just how much power should celebrities hold over politics and culture? Are we comfortable with the blurred lines between entertainment, business, and governance? Or is it time for more transparency and accountability? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this deep dive into Diddy's world intriguing, don't forget to check out other videos about him, because you don't want to miss them.